We're going to work through a few rounds of Sun Salutation C or Surya Namaskar C. For this one, we're starting at the top of the mat as always. Find your feet in a comfortable position, so it doesn't really matter the distance, the width, whatever works for you and your body. As you press through the feet, the balls of the feet, the heels, there's equal weight in between both the left and the right, and we're standing up nice and tall. Take a couple breaths here, just settling and preparing for your flow. And so our first movement in Sun Sal C is a back bend. And you might start with the hands on the low back, which is where we're going to start for now. If you're comfortable with Sun Sal C, you can always take your arms straight up into the air. Keep in mind though that will add a little bit more load into your back bend. So if you're just warming up, maybe the first one is hands on the pelvis, the back of the pelvis anyway. Shoulders are back and down, elbows are reached back. With your hands here, rather than pushing forward, we want to think about almost kind of anchoring down or pulling down. From here, rather than thinking about sticking the hips forward by kind of just engaging the glutes, there's engagement of the glutes and the quads. We want to feel as though we're trying to lift up and shine our sternum towards the sky. Only moving as far back as you feel comfortable. Lift up out of that back bend and begin to fold yourself over, coming into a nice forward fold. Halfway lift here, long spine. As you release, we're stepping the right leg back, drop the knee down, untuck the toes, and lift yourself up. Press the foot and the shin down. You can sweep the arms up into the air, a little low lunge position. Glutes are engaged to keep any load out of the low back. Hands are going to come down either inside or either side of that front foot as you tuck your back toe, step yourself into plank. We lower here, knees, bend the elbows back, get chest and chin down onto the ground. Thinking about kind of creating almost a cow back as we lower. Slither yourself down onto the ground, set your shoulders back and down, find a baby cobra. The effort of pulling your hands back. Release yourself down. Come into downward dog. You can always take a pit stop in child's pose if that's how you like to flow. Press down through the hands. We're lifting up out of those shoulder sockets, a little external rotation. Spine is long. You might pedal out a few times in your downward dog, or you can stay in stillness. Lift your right leg up, toes and knees towards the ground, no rotation here. Shift forward if you can. Step your foot between the hands. If it doesn't quite reach, use your hand to help get it there. Spring yourself forward to the top of the mat. Fold. Halfway lift, long spine. As you release, you can roll up or reverse swan dive, come to standing. Take the arms up into the air if you're ready, or keep them on the low back. Interlace the last three fingers, so you make this kind of gun shape coming into Arrow Mudra. Lifting up through the arms. A little engagement of the glutes, quads are on. Feel for shining the sternum up towards the sky, a little back bend here. Coming out of that back bend, fold yourself forward. Halfway lift. This time left foot's going back. Find that low lunge as you drop the knee to the ground. You press the top of the foot, the knee, and the front foot into the ground. Draw them towards one another. Engage the glutes. Sweep the arms up. Feel for lifting the rib cage up and away from the hips. Hands come down to the ground. Tuck your back toes, step back to plank. And again, we lower your knees, chest, chin, elbows bend back, slow lowering down, slithering down onto your tummy. Set your shoulders, find your back bend, keeping that pull even if the hands are off the ground. Lowering, tuck toes, come into downward facing dog. Breathing here, movement or stillness, it's completely up to you. Left leg lifts up, neutral position through the leg. See if you can step forward or use your hand to get it there. Spring your back foot forward and fold. Halfway lift. As you release, you can reverse swan dive or roll up the spine to standing. Let's move through a little faster this time. So reach the arms up, Arrow Mudra. Engaging glutes, quads, find your back bend, really puff the chest up. Fold yourself over. Halfway lift, long spine, head, shoulders, pelvis in a line. Right foot goes back, find your lunge. Active here, sweep the arms up. There's effort in the legs, everything sinks down from the lower half and the belly button up reaches towards the sky. Hands come down. Step into your plank. Lowering down knees, chest, chin. Mimicking that cow back. Slithering down, reset your shoulders. You might want to come up a little higher into a cobra. Find that pull through the hands. Lowering down, tuck the toes. You're in downward dog. Right leg lifts up, stepping forward. Spring that back foot forward and fold. Halfway lift. Releasing, make your way up to standing. Arrow Mudra again. Reaching tall, glutes on, quads on. Shine that sternum to the sky. Fold yourself over. Halfway lift. Left foot goes back this time for our lunge position. Feet press down, draw together. Reaching up through the shoulders, through the arms. Active, like there's something you're grabbing for. Hands come down to the ground, tuck toes, step back. Lower again, knees, chest, chin. Slithering onto your tummy. Set your shoulders back, back bend of choice. Release. Tuck your toes, come into your downward facing dog. Breathing in and out here as you press through the hands. Maybe begin to drive the heels and the balls of the feet down into the mat. Legs on, spine long. Left leg lifts up. Step yourself forward. Spring the back foot forward. You're folding once again. Halfway lift. Release yourself down. Make your way up to standing. From here, you might repeat flow through a couple times on your own or move into your own flow. If you're finishing up, let's take a moment to breathe in and out, standing tall, feeling our body a little warmer now. Thank you for practicing and moving through a few Sun Salutation Cs. Take care.